I've played a lot of RPGs throughout my life. My first ever RPG was Chrono Trigger, and then it was Pokemon Red. I grew up with a lot of 90s video games, so combat and JRPGs was mostly like... But then, when I got my hands on a PS2, Persona 3 was all like... Possibly my favorite game of all time, Persona 3 didn't come into my life until much later. As a kid, I owned a PS2 and had a Persona 3 for it because I thought the box art looked super cool. And it was the Japanese version. It wasn't until I was given a copy of FES that had the Japanese voices and English subtitles that I was able to truly sink my teeth into it. Persona 3 didn't just become a game that I super liked, it became a game that helped me learn to become comfortable with the concept of death. Even though I love the absolute shit out of this game, I will say that this game is not for everybody and is incredibly flawed. Yes, you cannot control your party members. Yes, it's annoying when they get tired and sick. The AI is not good at all, and yes, Tartarus is not fun to explore. I hate how the only save points are the book in your dorm and the first floor of Tartarus, so when I mess up a social link I have to reset and lose my entire progress. I also really hate some of the social links in this game. Kenji is the worst character in the Persona series by far, and fucking Hitler is in Persona 2 for God's sake. If you want to max out all your social links, you have to go and date every single romanceable option because saying no just isn't an option. And also Ryoti's character kinda sucks. But then the game has moments that really touch you. I like how the rich girl has never eaten fast food before. I love how the dying man is angry and sad because he's dying. I love the little things like the videos in the command room. How the lost appear throughout the map whenever you get closer to a full moon. And I really love how each member of SEAS has lost or will experience loss sometime in their lives. Just like how everyone will experience death and die in their lives. The shift in tone when the characters find out that they will probably die soon is incredible. Before it's all like...
When stars smile and more, wonder how look in your eyes, just dial in your mind now, fading to place the last two, praying that how the moon reaches us, if you hold me tight, feeling happy so close, when this lasts long.
And then it's like... I love running around Tatsumi Port Island as well. I mean, it's one of my favorite overworlds in video game history. It has so much life and genuinely feels like some part of Japan. And I'm a very reliable source because I've lived there for a measly 3 years. Persona 3's overarching theme of overcoming and accepting death really resonated with me. Loss is such a prominent theme in this game, and you get to see people mourn over it, overcome it, and face it head on. I mean, the final boss is literally death itself. Like I said before, this death is responsible for helping me accept the concept of death. When I was in 8th grade, I had dreamt that I died in a car accident. It was pretty brutal. I woke up in a cold sweat and felt incredibly scared and uneasy for the next few days. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't eat. I couldn't even talk to my friends and family. But Persona 3 helped me fix that. Let me introduce you to Akinari Kamiki. Akinari has a really bad sickness and could literally go at any time. But before he does, he decides to write a story about a pink alligator. This is the story. There was once a pink alligator. Because of its skin, it had lots of trouble hunting prey and is often lonely and excluded. Eventually, the alligator befriends a bird who is unable to fly, and the two become close because of their differences. One day, when the alligator is dizzy from hunger, it accidentally swallows the bird. Upon noticing what it had just done, the alligator immediately tries to vomit out the bird. To his unfortunate demise, the bird is already dead. The alligator begins to cry and eventually drowns in his own tears. His tears eventually form a beautiful lake that all the animals come to love, without knowing the story behind its creation. I probably thought this was incredibly stupid as a kid, but rereading this story after my scary dream really brought me back to reality. The answer is literally in the first minute of the game. Time never waits. It delivers all equally to the same end. Death is inevitable, yes. No one will probably remember me after I die. 100 years later, no one will ever speak of my name, what I contributed to society, who I loved and what I loved. And that's okay. I mean, that's kind of the reason why I'm doing this little YouTube thing, you know? I believe that everything happens for a reason. Obviously, there isn't some huge mastermind controlling the entire universe, but I do believe in the butterfly effect, that when something happens, it impacts another, and another, and another. I may not be physically present, but I have no doubt that I will have made a decision that would have caused another positive thing to happen in the future. And the thing is, I don't even really care about the future. I won't see it anyway. All I care about is now, living the moment, enjoying every single second of my existence. You know what they say, when you help someone, you help everyone. I could die right now, and obviously I'll definitely be a little scared, but I'm totally at peace with it. All I can do right now is have fun, make lots of memories, and do it with the people that I love. And that's that. Because I know, just like that pink alligator, my sorrows can be another person's upside. And come on, even if you didn't like the game, you have to admit that you cried at the end. Because I sure did. Like a fuck ton.
She